has to talk. I gotta tell what I feel. I gotta talk about my life as I see it.
I'm the illest nigga alive. Watch me prove it. I snatch your crown with your head still attached to it.
Come on, man. This is God-given. Only thing I gotta do is just show up.
The nerve, the audacity.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for
Prophecies with the Prophet.
What is we talking about?
You want to be good or great, and then make me remember I'm trying to be great. You hear me? Great.
Going back to the prophecies as always, without vision, X, Y, and Z. All things of that nature, man. As y'all come in, make sure y'all hit the thumbs up button, like and share the video. Let me see if my crazy co-hosts are ready to go, man. Miss Nina Please is here, people.
Hi guys.
Crazy ass Skinny is here, y'all. New mom is fresh and at full effect. Where is Blizzle at, new mom?
Blizzle is crazy. He in the back sleep. I just picked him up from his dad. We on our way home.
Okay. Quetta is here. Aisha is here. I think the gang's all here except for CC. Baby Hairs. Let me see what's up. Baby Hairs is here. Everybody good?
Yeah. No. Why Skinny reading the book though?
I can't.
That's not real.
We ready?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
LeBron,
see, this is exactly why I'm reading that.
Now he LeBron.
I'm toxic. Oh no.
That's for you.
Thank you.
I can't do, man. All right. Shout out to everybody that tuned into last week's episode where we talked about grief, how Quetta's being stingy with the means.
Yep.
it all things of that nature, man. I just want to say, a lot of people learned that there was 5 stages of grief last week, and even though we entertain and shoot the shit, we also educate on this here platform. So tonight we're going to dive into trauma bonding and all the fucks that comes with that, man. Miss Nina Please is going to be like spearheading this topic, so shout out to her. Do we need a definition on trauma bonding first?
Come on, please. I got the definition. I know you already had the definition. Lock and loaded.
Oh, goodness.
You know I had the definition already.
All right.
Ready for y'all.
Go ahead, Nina. Educate the people.
All right. So trauma bonding usually comes with an unhealthy form of emotional attachment that usually develops with the victim and the abuser, regardless of the complexity of the relationship. I hope that kind of gave the formal definition. And there are 7, and I already knew T was about to hit this. There are 7 stages of how this bond typically form. And usually we're very familiar with one of the stages because there's a very popular word that's been going around lately, which is narcissism. That usually people like to throw around.
I don't like that they just throw that word.
I don't like that they throw this around either because everyone is not a narcissist, and it's like once it's a real diagnosis though, and it's like once they captured it, and people's like, oh, that reminds me of him, that reminds me of her. They're a narcissist, and it's like, no, you guys are just trauma bonded. You guys just trauma bonded.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
the basis of this will be, centered around not falling for trauma bonds and understanding what that means and what that looks like, and all that kind of shit. I got a video that I could play real quick, and then we can dive into the shits, people. Let's see what's happening here.
Two worst things about a trauma bond is the cognitive dissonance and the disassociation from reality, because they keep you trapped even when the truth is right in front of you. Every day you're battling yourself because you hold two conflicting beliefs. Your soul is screaming, this isn't love, this hurts, but then your heart whispers that they don't mean it and you might be overreacting. And it's a war between what you know and what you wish was true. The saddest part is a lot of the conversations you have with yourself are negative, where you know this isn't right and you know you want to leave, but you still stay because sometimes you think it's not that bad, this is just who they are and they can be nice. You become your own gaslighter, not because you're weak, but because your brain is doing everything it can to avoid the pain of letting go. They may love you, but not in a way that makes you feel safe, and you're in this constant limbo phase, but you choose the comfier option of reaching for love in the very hands that keep hurting you. Then you disassociate, because this toxic relationship has made you lose touch with what's healthy. You normalize the disrespect and you become numb to it. Talking about your emotions never worked. It would just lead to a massive argument, so now you stay quiet, and when you do, they accuse you of being moody for no reason. Everything you do is wrong, so you start thinking you're not good enough, and then you've got no choice but to accept their version of reality because they sound really believable and you're trying to gain their approval. But you will never be at peace, because the decision to stay is out of alignment with your morals, your values, and even your intuition. I know the pain is extraordinary, but you cannot fix someone else. No amount of words will change the way they perceive you or the way they treat you, but you can save yourself. There is never going to be the right time to leave, and you're never going to be ready for it. You're always going to be doubting yourself. However, you have to differentiate between how you feel about someone versus how they make you feel. And if majority of the time you feel down, deflated, anxious, depressed, what is the point in staying in a situation that does not serve you? Who is coming to rescue you?
All right, people. Go ahead, Skinny.
No, go to somebody else. I was thinking about something else.
I can't do. Who wants to speak on the video?
I do want to say something about the video. With us giving a definition of the trauma bond, and we didn't give the stages just yet, I want us to keep in mind of the discussion that we had last week, and ask y'all, do y'all see the connection between the stages of grief and what she explained in the video, including the definition of trauma bonding and how all that connects in full circle. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody see that?
I do.
First of all, Nina, get it together.
Last week. Doing my best.
All right. Does anybody have any thoughts on what she's speaking about as far as the connection between normally after grief, you're in a vulnerable state and things of that nature, so you fall into trauma bonds easily because you're searching for a replacement to comprehend the grief that you're going through. So does anybody have any thoughts?
I would like to hear one of the fellas say something first. I'm really curious. Skinny, why don't you go ahead? You and your co-host.
Okay.
No.
Okay. It's been I don't know. So you go.
I knew it. I knew the man was going to go. I knew it.
All right. I will
that's a little bit too deep for me.
Yeah. I will say, when it comes to trauma bonding, you have to be aware of targets, being a target and targeting people. So when a female friend of mine, I would say, a girl, when she passed, it put me in a different place. So I was staying away from people, but I reached back to somebody that I used to deal with because I knew she had lost somebody, and I knew that she would understand, where I was at. So we started communicating and, dealing with each other. I knew that this relationship wasn't going anywhere, but in that instance, you just want somebody who understands how you're feeling at the moment.
Yeah. And I'll share a story similar to that. So back in the end of 2022, I was almost kidnapped. We're using my own car, right? Police came. If this police to this day, if I can find this girl cop, because she was on it, she literally came in the nick of time. Like this guy had his hood up and everything. He was in the back of my car. Like, give him 5 more seconds. I really doubt if I would have been here. He already had one girl. I was next, right? It shook me to my core. I was afraid to come outside for like 6 to 8 months because I had to do therapy. I couldn't even go outside to do therapy. I had to do therapy inside my house, right? So when I finally felt brave enough to start coming outside, I met somebody. At least I thought I did, right? But I was in a vulnerable state. Me thinking that I was finally healing from the incident that happened to me, I thought I found somebody that kind of was nurturing the safety of me being ready to come outside, because I knew this person prior to the incident, right? They were a friend of a friend group. So I was kind of putting the trust of my safety into this person, but where they were kind of, and it wasn't until later where I saw, oh, you were kind of preying on my vulnerability. But once we start going through the 7 stages of the trauma bond, you'll see it's listed in there, the love bombing. You know, once I start learning what the stages, I'm like, oh my God, I experienced all of this. Like, you know what I mean? Because you're not able to see certain things. Like, you know, you have certain blinders on because of that vulnerability. You feel like you can't. So I literally trauma bonded with this person by sharing like personal details of what happened to me. And they're soaking it up because you would think like, oh, thank you for understanding me and feeling me, because you feel safety as somebody outside of that experience and outside of therapy and all that other stuff. But it wasn't that. It wasn't that.
Yeah, I would say for women to be extremely careful, because men definitely prey upon you when they know that you're in these vulnerable states. So that's definitely something to look out for. Also, I would say I don't know why we're never taught any of this shit. So it's like we go throughout school and we learn all the bullshit, but there's never really like social classes that teach you shit that you need to learn. Like we talked about the stages of grief and things of that nature. I think that there should be classes when kids are in school to learn social shit. Because even as adults, if you think about, just because I'm a person who loves music, right? Have y'all ever thought about how many songs that you just know randomly in your fucking brain?
Yeah.
Like there'll be a million songs that you just like randomly know in your brain, but when it comes to the understanding of people and the understanding of emotions and the understanding of how life works, a lot of that shit is missing, and nobody talks about it, and nobody learns none of this shit until you're forced into it. And then even then, when you're in the middle of it, you still might not know what's happening unless you learn it yourself. Nobody's going to tell you. So you can go to therapy and they can point it out to you, but most people still don't go to therapy. So now you're just in a constant space of going through shit and not understanding what or why you're going through it. But it's all there. The information is already right there. You just have to self-educate yourself.
Unfortunately. And then you'll hear a lot where people, and I truly feel, and I hope I don't offend nobody with this because it's not coming from a malicious intent, but you'll hear a lot of people say, well, those kind of things you have to, you need to learn from your family, you need to learn from your parents, and that needs to come from your household. That has to be learned inside the home, not outside the home. For instance, how you say you need to learn that at school. But how can you learn something from inside the home when maybe inside the home don't even know? Like, you know what I mean? Should you? Absolutely. But those expectations can't be expected. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like how they used to have trade classes like driving ed and culinary. You could say that about culinary. Oh, you should learn how to cook for your mom. Okay. You know what I mean? But they had culinary inside the school too, where you learn additional skills. So yeah, maybe some things should be taught inside the home, but the additional skills that maybe mom, dad, auntie, and uncle just didn't know, you can learn from a professional in like master something, or you know what I'm trying to say? I hope y'all picking up what I'm trying to put down.
No, I hear you. So did everybody know that there was 7 stages of trauma bonding?
Yep. When I looked it up today.
Nina, would you like to?
I got it.
What you about to say, Skinny?
No, I did last week. Wait, no, I didn't. That was last week. That was the grieving.
Right.
No, so I did.
Okay. All right, Nina, could you go through the 7 stages real quick?
Of course. So not in no particular order. The 7 stages. Hold on, wait, because I did write them down just in case I missed one. So the manipulation, love bombing. That's a big one, right? Loss of self, gaining trust, the criticism, the addiction to the cycle, like what the lady was talking about on the video, and resignation, and the manipulation. I think I listed all 7, right?
Just
love bombing, gaining trust, criticism, resignation, manipulation. Yeah, loss of self, and the addiction to the cycle.
Right.
And gaslighting.
Oh, the manipulation is the gaslighting. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a huge one. 110%.
The main one, just because people be like in denial, they can't see it, or they get blinded by it. So even when it comes to gaslighting, where's your vulnerability lie? Like,
what do you mean?
All right, so if somebody comes to you and they're trying to gaslight you because you're in a vulnerable space, this is when we talk about men and women, or just people in general, how they lead by emotions instead of logic.
Oh yeah.
So that's how you get blinded when it comes to gaslighting, because you're falling victim to your emotions instead of listening to the logic.
But so a lot of times, even with that, you know what I've learned to do to try to like battle, because I tell everybody, like, be cool, just don't try to fuck my mental, right? like when you can do whatever you want, just don't try to fuck my mental. But regardless how many warnings you give, somebody always want to try to like poke the bear, right? But to kind of battle that, because I always have a war within myself anyway, because I always think somebody always going to try it, is I use facts over what's being displayed. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, I hear what you're saying to me, but it's like, Naima, what are the facts? Like, I hope that makes sense. So if somebody's sitting here telling me like, oh no, I called you, but you didn't pick up. But if I don't see your number in my call log, you didn't call me. So it's like, what are the facts? Like,
Why do you disagree, Skinny?
Toxic. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, put that book.
I just disagree with that example.
But why though, nigga?
Because sometimes technology fucks up the call log. That's number one.
Nigga, wait.
Number two, some people are just not good at communication. And once you realize that, then you will understand that that's a flaw of their person.
And if they're bad at communicating, then we're not going to communicate with you. The fuck?
Bingo. I think everybody
See,
is good.
make your sandwich.
Not make your sandwich.
Everybody has communication skills.
Sorry, Nina. First of all, I'm air frying salmon. Not a
Hey, listen, we got a 1v1. Don't forget, little buddy.
Yeah, whatever. See, the problem is, Skinny be trying to give niggas the benefit of the doubt. We're not doing that at this big age. We're not doing that. If you can't communicate, I'm going to communicate with a motherfucker that can communicate. That's it.
It's right.
Simple.
Shut up, Quetta.
At this big age, you should know how to communicate. Like, what are we doing?
Or talk to somebody that's on your communication level.
Yeah, talk to somebody that's on your communication level, because I'm not going
That's
to say
all.
you should know how to communicate, because we just talked about people don't know
communicate.
shit.
Yeah, you know how to communicate. Talk to somebody.
You said something good. You said, "Well, talk to somebody." You're gonna talk to somebody that do communicate, but then that person that you're dealing with may make you feel bad for you saying something about them not communicating properly. That's the gaslighting, right?
True.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep you there. Oh, they're working on it. This excuse. And then you wind up staying. You feel bad. And you're like, oh, you can't change them apparently. But you feel bad because they telling you, well, you know, I didn't grow up somewhere where I didn't grow up in a house where we communicated well and all of these things. Well, we need to learn.
We need to learn. Yeah, and don't make your mishaps my responsibility. So either you going to gain that skill on your own to where though you're trying to be on my level, or you go try another path.
I think y'all misunderstanding. I think y'all misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm not talking about actually communicating, like having conversations and being able to communicate with this person. I'm talking about the consistency of phone calls, like
He's talking about I'm busy.
Shit like that. Like, and you can't always pick up the phone, or why didn't you call me in 3 days type shit. Not in 3 days, but I'm just.
Well, then you get into possessiveness, and that person is just possessive.
Is it?
That's possessive.
Why would it not be?
I don't think that's what Nina's point was, though. Nina was what it wasn't. I could tell from what Nina was saying. Nina was saying was, I'm going to look at facts. You're telling me that you called me. In the back of my mind, I know you a liar. So
oh yeah, okay.
You're telling me that you're calling me, but the facts say that, nigga, I don't have no call from you. But niggas be lying. That's the point that you were trying to make.
Thank you. That's the point I was trying to make.
Niggas be lying.
Can we go on?
Men and women be lying.
They got that call. They just deleted.
Thank you, Numa. Thank you.
Hey, I missed your energy.
Facts. That's a fact. Before we go on to the questions, Nina, I just want to ask y'all, the females, about this statement, because I think Madonna said it, but it was something in vein of the same person who either hurt me or put me in a space is the only person who can comfort me. So what do y'all think about that, as far as in the lane of trauma bonding?
I'm sorry, I missed the question. I'm sorry. Can you repeat it?
All right, so you're dealing with somebody, and this is the person who, whatever they did to you, this is the person that hurt you. But also, you don't want anybody else to help you. Like, you only want this person to comfort you. So that is an example of being in a trauma bonding situation where the same person who's hurting you is the same or only person that you want to comfort you.
You said, what do we think about that statement?
Like, have y'all been there?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I definitely have.
Yup.
Well, can we speak to experience? I mean,
Like,
what's happening? Everybody quiet
like
today?
when I was in that cycle, because that's a part of the cycle of the trauma bond, right? When I was in that cycle and I had a similar mindset of that statement, it was mostly forming from, because I want you to take accountability for the strike that you struck, if that makes sense. And you're not taking it. You know what I mean? And of course, that was before the healing, like, oh, I can't make you do something you don't want to do. But that's where that cycle came from. That's where that mindset conformed from. The accountability.
I also feel like it's a thing where you give people the benefit of the doubt and you see potential, like, oh, I know he can be better, or I know she can do better. And that be the problem too, because even though you hurting me, I know I just feel like you can fix the problem. No, the fuck they can't. Leave them.
Here we go. Here we go.
But where her sound at?
Here we go. SKU. Here we go.
There we go.
Okay, so I had after I lost my mom, I met like this girl, and we started dating because we kind of bonded on losing our parents. Okay, but she was also very possessive, and I did not like that because I am a mom first. So she on some, why you can't answer the phone when I call? I'm feeding my kids, hello. And that's an excuse to her, which is crazy. But then I would feel bad when I stop calling and all of that, because then she's texting and, I hope you're doing okay. I know it's your mom's birthday. So then that's trying to will me back in because, oh yeah, she do know what I feel because she lost her dad and she knows birthdays are hard. And then that's willing me back in. Then we talking again. And then that cycle starts again because then that possessiveness is starting again because now we communicating and stuff like that. And I'm not, ignoring the calls and all that. So I definitely can relate to that.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
And then like sometimes even when they like for how you say Quanta, I feel like when they do that, it be having me thinking, are you doing this intentionally or do you not know that you doing this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, where does it come from in your body?
Yeah. Honestly, sometimes I don't even think they know because I ask my husband that all the time. Do you know what you're doing?
Do you know you're doing this?
And sometimes no, I don't.
When I was one of those guys, I used to know.
That's what I was about to say,
I
Skinny.
I feel like some don't, and some definitely do.
Dumb niggas know. They know exactly what they're doing. They finding your vulnerabilities and they playing off of them. Especially
like testing your temperature.
Yeah, but hold on, but Skinny, in a sense, if he don't know, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What that means by definition, he's definitely narcissistic because he doesn't know.
Yeah,
I'm lying. I don't even know what the fucking scientific definition is. But
yeah, it's not narcissistic because narcissists know what the fuck they doing.
Definition.
They are aware. They are well aware.
What is wrong with you?
Well, that was.
I'll give y'all some. I'll give y'all some trigger points. Because I don't know if women are aware of these things. So when I was a teenager, right, and Skinny Mike can attest to this. If you seen a girl, because I come from the era where everybody wasn't fucking. So if you seen a girl who had a baby, you knew she was fucking. And if she had, and it's for sure. So you're targeting her out of the pack of girls because you know that she fucking.
Especially when you're young. Yeah, you're right.
That's a fact. So now if she has multiple kids, now you kind of like, all right, she doing too much. So there's a clear definition where y'all are being targeted, but y'all might not see this. It's even like when you see like what the fuck is the nurse shit, like the CNA or whatever. So a lot of them, they work crazy hours. They don't have a lot of time. Niggas know that, so they're targeting you for that specific reason.
Interesting. Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah, this is all real shit. This is all real shit.
I'm just going back in my CNA mental right now. Like, yeah, she worked crazy hours.
You know what's funny? Can I say something? You know what's funny? So when dating, right? I was say when I was dating, nigga, I'm still dating, right? I remember before, because of course people want to get to know you. Oh, so what do you do? So I will of course tell my occupation. And this is when I started learning certain red flags for myself during dating. Oh, okay, big money. I learned, I hate that. But I wouldn't get certain treatment, but I would get certain expectations when it comes to like gifts. Like I wouldn't get flowers. I wouldn't get like gifts or where would we go? Where we would go would be of a certain range, or we would only go on one date or maybe possibly 2 dates, right? And I said, something's up, right? But then when I stopped saying explain what my occupation was, I would just be like, oh, I work in this field. But I would stop talking about my job. I would stop talking about my occupation because, you know, you wouldn't be able to price range what my salary was. Here come the gifts. Here come the dates. And it's just like, you know, and now you're not trying to get in my house. You're not trying to bring your PlayStation. And it's like, what do we you be strategizing?
That's the male ego.
That's
what that is. That's the male ego. Because a nigga love somebody that make them feel bigger or feel, you know what I'm saying? When you got your shit going on, it's a little bit of intimidation and also like, for some it be like a conquer, but niggas love a bum bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't know. Niggas love a bum bitch.
Or somebody that make them feel bigger. Because if I got everything going on, what you can do for me? I don't really need you, right?
I understand what you're saying.
I don't need
Yeah,
you.
it's just the way. It's just the way that you worded it. It's the way that.
Right.
But
on another note, though,
it's serious. Like no, seriously. Because a lot of men don't know how to provide emotionally. But once we get to that point, I'm like, you know, once they finally like see what's going on inside, because I got the car, I got. You know what I mean? It's just like, I just need you to provide emotional safety. And then that's when they become scatterbugs.
Hey, do niggas still move their PlayStations in houses, though?
Bring their
Is that
PlayStation
still
to
a
my
move?
goddamn house. Ain't no, I go ahead and bring a PlayStation towards my house if you want to. I'm going to break it. I'm going to sell it.
That's gonna be forever a move, Skinny, and that's gonna be forever a move because of the topic that we're speaking on tonight. A lot of people, not just women, they need somebody to just be there, to be present. So that's gonna forever be a move that niggas, you know, and probably girls be use it as well. It's gonna forever be a move because people know how to play on that.
I need to buy me a new PlayStation.
I can't.
Bye, Skinny.
I can't.
So T, I do gotta wait. Y'all want to say anything else? Because I got my one-on-one with T.
All right, yeah, give us a second, y'all. But pay attention, and then we'll get y'all thoughts after we do this
I want my one-on-one.
Solid, man. Hold on. I got you back, Nina. Wait a second. All right, go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Prophet.
What's up?
I want my one-on-one. So, hold on, let me pull this up real quick because I don't want to get it wrong. I want to get it right because we always get it wrong. So, damn, I lost it. Okay, so the thing is, right, without vision, there is no understanding. And without understanding, there is no vision, right?
It's supposed to be without understanding, there is no vision. And then without vision, there is no understanding.
I had it backwards.
Yeah, you need the understanding first. Go ahead.
Okay, I like that. Okay, so my first question is, right, because it was something you said, regardless. So my first question is for you. When you created that, what was your vision? Implying it into the panel when you put us all together. What was that vision?
The vision was as far as all of y'all to be able to have different perspectives, and the understanding part is if you don't understand what's going on, you can't see it. It's kind of like having a conversation with a brick wall. So you might be aware and fully know what's going on, but the person you're talking to, they can't hear you or they can't see it, is where the vision comes in because they don't understand what the fuck you're talking about. So it's a circle. It's a circle. It's like a cycle so it's like, I call it like the hamster wheel. So it's like, remember we talked last week and you said, see, don't do the tick for tack shit. And that's what it is. It's the hamster wheel of, you're not doing this, so I'm not doing that. So you're not doing this, so I'm not doing that. And it just keeps going on and on.
It keeps going on and on. Okay, I get it.
It keeps going on and on.
So being a prophet, I know you saw something with each of us because you talked to us individually prior to putting us on the panel, right?
Right.
So when you talked to us, you saw that we were in our individual season. So that
Right.
told me that you are very intentional about asking us to join the panel. What
Right.
season did you see that each of us were in, which said, I need you to join this panel? Because it brought diversity, I'm sure.
That's a fact. I would say for the first part of it, I didn't know who was going to say yes or no, but I had specific people picked out. I always wanted it to be a rotating cast, so it will always just be, when people don't have time, whatever, there'll be somebody to fill in, and we'll always have different perspectives. For you specifically, it's a lot of based in your profession, but I chose you to have a space outside of your profession, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. Okay. That kind of answered the other one. So before I ask you the last one, what do you want your viewers to gain from each co-host, including your what do you call it, your platform in total?
Well, we call them the kanji. All right. I want to first and foremost provide a safe space for women, because every time I have conversations with women, it's like they don't feel safe to speak to their partner, to their friends. They don't have these spaces to say, just how they feel or what's going on in their minds. So I want to first provide a platform where y'all have safe spaces to speak and get the shit out. And second part is the learning part. So nobody can get to understanding each other if we don't learn from one another. So that's the second part of it. We have to be able to listen, understand, and learn from each other.
So more like an each one teach one.
Right.
Okay. And then my last one was, since we all came together, has this been more of like a healing momentum or a healing journey? Because right now we're talking about like trauma bonds. So is it breaking like a certain trauma stigma for you, or is it healing something in you since bringing this community together? Because I'll let you know this. You've definitely been healing something in me since we've been connected.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here to do. It could be all of that tied into one, but the main point of it is that people think trauma or grief or whatever you're going through is all negative. It's not all negative. It's an opportunity for you to learn and see shit from a different view. So when I went through a lot of the shit that I went through, I was able to now see a lot of shit. So it's like I have to give it to the people. I don't want to just be like, I've never been the person to be like, I got it and fuck everybody else who don't got it. So I'm the person who be like, if I got it, I'm gonna either show you how to get it or I'm gonna tell you about it. Like I'm gonna teach you. So that is the space for it. It's working in a sense of everybody who's here has their opportunity to learn and speak and just be a part of it. My only job is like people, I prove points just to fuck with y'all, but I'm just
one. I was slow. It took me a minute, but I caught on.
But my main objective is just to show y'all the other side, because a lot of times we're like one track or one focus and everybody can only see their side of it. My whole shit is to show y'all the opposite side of it, or to even just provide a male's understanding for y'all, because a lot of women don't care to understand why men move or say the things that they do.
Right.
They live in their own universe.
Okay. All right, thank you. And there was just a couple of things you said that I ain't gonna pick out verbatim. I said, let me pull this nigga to the side and find out. You know, I'm all about intentions and foundation. So, all right.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Anytime. Anytime anybody needs a 1v1, you know, y'all can call somebody out and this we can discuss whatever needs to be discussed. Anybody got any questions from what was transpiring? Where's Skinny crazy ass at? Anybody got any questions?
Where'd he go?
I don't know. Oh, there you go. Ladies, y'all good? Anybody got any questions?
Nina, I loved all those questions. I was definitely in tune with that.
Thank you. I'll be trying. You know, I like to dig deep. I love it. Thank you. I really appreciate that. All right, let me know when y'all ready for the first question before we move forward. I should have sent them to you prior to. I wasn't even thinking.
You good? I'll type it up as you go along.
All right. So the first question is, I should ask this one first. Do anybody know what a healthy bond look like? Or have you ever been in a healthy bond?
Nope.
I have.
I know what one look like.
I feel like I have.
I was raised around one.
I haven't. So if y'all can share.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear too.
I don't think. You know what? I think that I have. I'm not sure.
Aisha and Nina said that.
Oh, yeah. A healthy bond is like the first 3 months of every relationship.
Is that really healthy?
That's what I was about to say. That's the fraudulent part.
No, but I'm saying,
everybody's trying to impress each other. Okay.
That's exactly right, and that's what you should feel for the rest of your relationship.
I agree to that point, though.
For sure.
Okay, I think I see where you're going.
I agree with that.
Okay, because you know, people masks don't usually fall off until like 3 to 6 months.
Exactly.
So I was like, So wait, B, what does it look like? Because I don't think I know. I think I'm starting to get it. But if you say it, then I'll be like, all right.
My grandparents had a healthy relationship. I mean, every relationship got their disagreements.
Right.
Always came to an understanding, and it was filled with like real love. Like you felt the love when you walked in the door. Like you felt both of their presences like intertwined together when you walked in the door.
That's perfect. That's
what T told me. Remember that one conversation we had, T?
I'll be telling you shit. I mean,
Shut up. Cause I was snapping one day, and I was like, "Call me." I said, "I don't understand it." He was like, "What you say?" I think I was like trying to intellectualize my feelings or something. He was like, "No, Nina, what the hell was it? You know my memory bad." He was like, "No, Nina, it's just a feeling,
right?"
Or something. Basically, how B is explaining it. But I was trying to.
I know what you're talking about.
Level so bad, and I'm like, "No, T. What am I talking about, Skinny?"
That's when you text me and you was like, them two girls try to take you home that night, and you was like,
I cannot. It's based on what the feeling of love is supposed to be. So it's supposed to be a feeling. It's not like a logical thing. It's supposed to be unconditional between both parties, and it's supposed to be a feeling. Like when you're around, I'm an intimacy whore. So just your presence alone, and once we're comforting each other, you're supposed to feel it. Like you would be able to feel it, going throughout your body, like this is my person. I feel loved. I want to give them love and doing things of that nature.
Are you explaining that to somebody?
I'm explaining it to everybody, nigga. The fuck.
So who didn't know that? Who really hasn't had the
A
feeling
lot of people
love?
haven't been loved, nigga.
Yeah, I know
I
it.
love at first, and
Well, I
then
know,
Right.
I know it.
You could think that you in love or loving somebody, but for real, you really not.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that was, but I don't know.
As we speak on trauma bonding and skinny is like that's what I'm saying. You might not can't see it because you're a guy. They are targeted for specific reasons.
Because they're emotional.
No, not just because they're emotional, just because they're women. They're targeted.
You just said what I said. What are you talking about?
It's not because they're emotional. I'm saying that they're targeted for specific reasons.
Men prey on their emotions.
I don't have to play on your emotions to target you.
But what are you targeting?
I'm targeting her for whatever reason it may be.
All right. So how are you targeting her?
It could just because she got a fat ass.
How are you targeting?
It ain't gotta have nothing to do with the emotions of it. I'm targeting for a specific reason.
But hold on, I know, but we talking about people who trying to take advantage of the situation, right?
Right.
Or by law. All right. So most men and most women who do that it's all about emotion.
Right. But what I'm saying is you're not targeting because she's an emotional person. You're targeting because you want something from her.
Yeah.
So it's not always based in the emotions, it's based in your intentions.
Right. So okay, maybe I'm off. I need a chain, Nina.
I need a change. No, it's just intentional. So it's like, yeah, you could play on somebody's emotions, but you can do that without the emotional part of it. You can still do it. It's still possible. Anybody got any questions? Nina, what's the next question?
Okay. Sorry. I need a tripod.
I can't. Cece, are you with
me too? Because I'm holding my food.
Working for me. Like
they all over the place. I got them all over the place.
Anybody want to donate?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just in the car.
Okay.
All right, where my questions at? Hold on.
Hey y'all.
What's up, C?
Hey, Cece.
Hey.
Coming from Myrtle Beach. I was out there for like 4 days.
Nice.
Having time.
Showing your ass. It's all right. Showing your ass.
Slightly. You know what I'm saying? Just a little.
What you want, 20 right now?
You said what I'm on 20? Oh, actually I am.
Oh.
What happened on 20, Skinny?
That's how you get from Myrtle Beach to
nigga,
Atlanta.
I said what happened on 20.
I-20? It's just the route. I'm just familiar with the
He know a little something.
What's the question,
So
Nina?
the next question is, why do we crave what hurt us?
Why what?
Why do we crave what hurt us? So like how we were explaining earlier, like that cycle or whatever. Like even when Tia said, oh, like we'll see the potential in somebody and it'll be like, no, you know, I know you can do better, let's try again. But we'll send ourselves into like a and you know what's funny? It's always only one. It's never typically both people in the relationship. Like, you know, maybe like you'll take turns and seeing, oh, I'm doing a cycle. No, now I'm doing a cycle. But for us, like, why do we like? It's like we're punishing ourselves instead of just being like, you know what? No, the first time around. Like, why do we consistently put ourselves in certain situations especially when it comes to relationships? Well, and I'm only specifically talking about like the trauma bonding thing.
Right.
So why do we? The question is, why do we crave what hurts us, rather if it's consciously or subconsciously?
I don't think people crave what hurts them. I think they crave that person.
Right.
I think that.
Nah, I think Nina right.
I would like to say I think that craving what hurts is not necessarily like, oh, I want what has hurt me, but because it's so for, it's like I know how to deal with this in this situation, or I know how to navigate through it. So because it happens and it is familiar, it's like, oh, okay, I can just roll with the punches.
Oh, all right. You're speaking to comfortability. So that's
I was
possible.
ready to say that.
You can crave something that you're comfortable or familiar with. That's a lot of times how people be in Stockholm situations and like abuse situations, because that's what they're familiar with.
So do we think, like, even in those moments, do we mistake attachment for love?
I do.
I think that's always.
So would it be, because a lot of time I speak on chemistry versus compatibility, especially like if you follow me, I'll talk about it a lot. Like you
Right.
can have, I think, because this is a personal opinion and it may be biased. I don't think both can exist. Right? It's either
That's a
you have
lie.
chemistry. I'm pretty sure. I just said it's a personal opinion and I'm biased about it. Like, you know? Like, so I'm pretty sure it's a lie, right? But like, you know, you can have chemistry and not be compatible. Or, you know, you can be compatible and not have chemistry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But and again, biased because I've never experienced both, right?
Right.
So and if it's a lie, you tell me about your experience where you experienced both. Because
Have
I
you
don't
ever
see how they both can exist in the same relationship.
have you ever required it?
Of course. Like, why would I not want it? Why would I not want to be compatible and have the chemistry?
So then how did you move forward if you didn't have one or the other?
Nigga, I'm single.
you haven't always been single, Nina.
I'm single. What are you talking about?
Nina, you haven't always been single. What I'm saying is, we get into these relationships, and I'm gonna say we because it's all of us. We get into these relationships where we're not compatible, we're not on the same page, whatever it may be. We don't have the chemistry, whatever, because you like the person.
Mm-hmm.
So you're choosing the person.
Relationship where I didn't like the person, I just like how the person treated me.
And that's another bad thing that people do.
That is bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even understand that. Explain that.
But I didn't enter it like that. I realized that that's what was going on.
Skinny. It's a fat bitch. It's a fat bitch who pays. It's a fat bitch who pays how she weighs.
That's all. That's like me having a sugar daddy. I don't like that nigga,
Right.
but I like what he can do for me.
Right.
Oh, okay. I'm show 1v1.
1v1 to you. Yeah, that's a real thing.
Like once I realized what the mistaken attachment for love.
Right.
Love you.
Yeah.
Like I like the way you treat me though. Like you know what I mean? And I know that I'm not attracted to you either. But once I realized what it was, I'm out.
It's just like it's just like Nina, you said normally it's one-sided, and probably for the most part it is one-sided, but it could be both sides. So a couple could come together because they both lost their parents and they just attached to each other.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But that don't that's not love. That don't mean that this is a match. You know, we're bonding over our trauma.
Like how Quetta explained.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah, stop, girl.
I can't see it.
Don't do it.
I run, you don't want to be there. No, like, but even so, so can it be a thing where trauma? Can it be a thing where we are, of course, mistaken attachments to love, but is not based off of trauma bonding? Like, say, I'm trying to see if I can think of a scenario, right?
Yeah, that's
sex.
possible. Right.
Yeah, because I feel like with trauma bonding, and correct me if I'm wrong, but trauma bonding is like, okay, there's clearly a reason why we're relating to each other, right? Because when you trauma bond with somebody, you're looking for you, or you're staying in it in a sense of like, this person understands me. this
Right.
person because they can relate to what I have going on, to their point, grief, losing someone, whatever that may look like. So when you're trauma bonding, there is a reason why the bond is there, the trauma. But you can be with somebody for whatever reason, but it's not necessarily traumatic. A traumatic reason why you're bonding. It could just be for to the point, I'm getting something out of this person, but the person might not be getting the same thing out of me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're able to fill that void of what I'm looking for, just being them, right? But it doesn't necessarily have to be traumatic or a bond. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I thought it was.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Look at this thing. I can't. I can't.
Can I say something?
For sure.
Ish, where you at?
Right here on camera.
You're not trying to cough because I ain't hear you all night.
Yeah, I've been coughing. I was talking. What you talking about?
I'm not my business. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't try to put me on the spot.
That's what you asked to say?
Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
Tia, you
You're
been
not
missing that
listening.
action. Skinny be on this nigga be on one every time. Every time.
That's a fact.
Already got like 1,000 write-ups. We need HR.
Right.
I do.
Stay in HR. Stay in HR.
I do.
I know.
T, I was thinking I can get a raise soon, T. Fuck them write-ups.
Fuck them write-ups. I can't do. Nina, what's the next question?
So, all right. This might be in a little loud. So, I think we're all like equipped with like the stages and understanding of like trauma bond. What did I say I was going to say, right? And equipped with this, that's what it is, the stages of trauma bonding. And Eden probably equating it to grief and where it probably comes from. So, one, how can we break this cycle? Because you know, we're all kind of pretty self-aware. How can we break the cycle? If we're currently in a relationship, do you think you've broken the cycle? Or do you think you're currently in a loop of a trauma bond? Rather, regardless if the relationship is a committed one or a stage.
Do you think everybody's self-aware?
Me? No.
I'm talking about us.
Do I think all of y'all self-aware?
Right.
Don't ask me that.
Why not? Why not? I'm answering the real question.
Honestly, yes. But I think there are stages of self-awareness.
Would everybody agree to that? Does everybody agree? Does everybody agree with Nina?
No, because I'm not self-aware.
Okay.
But you are.
Tia.
Bitch, you've made a couple quotes.
Tia, you
I'm
frozen?
sorry, I missed it. What happened?
About your relationship.
Tia. My bad. My bad. Go ahead, Nina.
Okay. And you made a couple statements about your relationship with your husband, and just because you think that you're in a low space doesn't mean that you're self-aware. Even you acknowledging where you are, regardless of your placement, that's awareness. Like, you know what I mean? So even if you make a cut wherever the cut is, you're aware of the cut. But you've made a couple statements, even acknowledging, because it was something you said about what you said to your husband. Like, I understand that you're in a place where you are, but you also, not to compare people to the next person, but there's a lot of people that won't even take certain accountabilities to those facts that you've made.
You know how long it took me though?
It doesn't matter. You got here. You know what I mean? So you can't do any comparison. You just really have to honor the space that you're in. So you taking away your credit of being self-aware, don't do that to yourself. I just said there's levels of self-awareness.
Right.
I didn't say you didn't have it.
Yeah, that's where I was on.
That was Nina, the life coach.
Oh,
I cannot. Tia, do you think everybody's self-aware here? Everybody here is self-aware?
No. Hell no, Skinny.
Hell no, Skinny.
No, I don't. I think that.
Don't do my Skinny like that.
So, no, I don't. I think that because I think that we are all, we're growing in every aspect, and I think that's what makes this group good because we have the different perspectives, and we're still vulnerable. We're still healing. Y'all know I'm still healing.
Right.
Y'all already know. So no, I don't think so, and I don't think it's a bad thing.
Right.
I think we growing and we glowing together.
Right. What I was
I think I'm perfect.
I cannot. What I was trying to get to, Nina, is like kind of what Tia is saying. I think we're all self-aware until we're in the moment to be self-aware.
What?
We're all self-aware. If you take us all like individually and put us like by ourselves, yeah, you self-aware. But put you in something and then see if you self-aware.
Clutter.
Oh my
You knowing me best out of everybody here. Do you think I'm self-aware?
Yeah.
Skinny, I think you are.
I do.
Tia, look at my box.
I can't. I can't.
I think you need
You're
help.
so childish.
I'm like, I think I think in an intimate setting, you do take things serious. Like in an intimate one-on-one setting, when it's really time to sit down and talk, absolutely. I think you do have, like, to me, I think when it comes down to somebody being self-aware, it's like lack of accountability, lack of substance, lack of like resilience, and lack of awareness. Like, you know what I mean? And even to your point, T, if you want to take somebody individual, what are you actually saying? You want to take somebody individually and put them in a room of what? In a room of
emotion, in an emotional space.
Something that they're saying that they're not equipped to handle already. Like, for instance, if I'm saying like, oh, I don't know if I've ever been in a healthy relationship, and you take me and put me in a room with somebody who could show me a healthy relationship, am I equipped to handle that? Is
Right.
what you're saying? Am I self-aware enough to know that I'm in it?
Right.
Fuck no, I just told you that I wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said.
But I also said I think everybody is self-aware to where they are. Like, it's levels to self-awareness, right?
Right.
So it's not like but there are people who aren't self-aware at all.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? The people who lack accountability, the people who has the ability to be aware but refuse to show up for themselves, right? There's nobody in this room who's refusing any of that. So go ahead and put somebody in the room with something that they're telling you.
Right.
Oh, I can't. I'm sitting here telling you I can't do that. Why would you put me in a room with that? Put me in a room where
right, because you're not. I can't always put you in comfortable spaces. I have to put you in uncomfortable spaces as well.
Bro, I can understand that, but you taking my label of being self-aware. That's different than you put me in a room, bro.
Yeah, that's not self-aware.
It goes together.
Okay.
It goes together. I'm gonna put you in an uncomfortable position to see the other side of it. I'm gonna do that all the time.
Right. I see that. Yeah. Okay.
But you knowing that you ain't gonna be comfortable in that situation is you being self-aware. So yeah, you're right. See, that's not the same thing.
That's not
what if they don't know that they're gonna be comfortable or uncomfortable? What if they don't know that?
We ain't talking about that right now. If you do know. We not talking about the other side of the goddamn coin.
I can put you in an uncomfortable place right now, Tia. Keep on talking.
And I'm gonna be like, if me being self-aware, I'm gonna be like, I ain't with that shit. That's not self-aware.
Right.
What I've said is there's going to be times where your emotions overcometh, and then you lose your self awareness.
That nigga just hit a scripture. Overcometh.
Oh,
Man, listen, I'm the prophet.
Man, I hear you. I hear you.
Heard you, kid. Heard you.
Wait, did we ever answer the question?
What was the original question, Nina? Say it
Wait.
again.
what was the original question?
Say it again, Nina.
Hold on. I got it. You know what? This might be a different question.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
don't remember where's the original question at? This is good too. I don't remember. I got a couple of them, y'all, just in case we lost sight. So what's one sign? No, I want the other one. I'm sorry, because that was good. Y'all bear with me, because I'm new to this. I'm not true to it. So
Are you good?
Oh, here we go. So now that we're familiar with trauma bonds and all the grief and the good stuff, how do we break the cycle?
Right.
One, and if you guys are currently in a relationship, regardless if it's committed or flowy drawn, do you think that that relationship is a trauma bond now? And if so, are you stuck in a loop? And what stage are you in?
Yeah, that was the original question.
Boom.
This nigga.
I don't believe I'm in a loop. I believe I'm in a healthy relationship with me and my family.
With me and my family.
What is my family?
Did he give you a headache, Tia?
What you say, Nina?
How did you break the cycle with yourself speaking?
I got older. So okay, how I knew what love is, I had to get my heart broken, but before I found out what love was. So once I found out what love was after I got my heart broken, I felt like to do that to somebody else is diabolical. So getting older and realizing that, like, I never understood being older how niggas had 2 girlfriends and maintain 2 relationships and shit like that, like in a relationship and have another relationship, not a side joint, but it was just confusing to me. That toxic shit was never, as an older man, was never my shit. So I never was in it as an older person. Nephew, I want to talk about young and skinny. That's a different me. It's a fucking whore. Just doing all of the wrong things.
Somebody take his mic.
I hope your co-host take that mic, because I was sick of it.
Yeah, where's she at? She not doing her job.
Seriously.
Ladies, would y'all like to speak? Anybody want to go on the question?
I will. I feel like I was in the loop, but now I'm not, because I had to sit down and really think about it. I have to listen to my brain and not my heart. So you can't always go off of what your heart say, because if you keep going off what your heart say, you're gonna keep going back to the same cycles. So I just listen to my brain now.
True. I don't think nothing. Who was about to say something?
No, go ahead, T.
I don't think it's always a bad thing to listen to your heart. I think it's the circumstance.
Yeah. Well, my circumstance.
All right.
I had to listen to my head, not my heart.
Right.
I feel like listening to your heart is going to keep you there in that cycle.
What if you fallen yourself in a good cycle?
No.
What the fuck?
No. I mean, it's good with talking about trauma bonding. Is that really good though? If you're thinking with your heart and this trauma that's linking you together, some people even stay in that cycle because they don't want to be alone. And they don't want to be alone to deal with what is actually linking them to these toxic people that they're linked to and that they can't get away from. They don't want to be alone by themselves with their thoughts, and to be alone and study yourself and see where you're going wrong and where you want to go. A lot of people are stuck in that cycle just because the fear of being by themselves. Period.
That's a great point. So y'all don't think there ever could be a good trauma bond?
How
Say it
can
again.
good and trauma be in the same
I
sentence?
do.
I don't.
Because
That's an
some bad.
oxymoron.
I'm about to tell you. Here you go with your oxymoron shit.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
It's not an oxymoron, Tia. What I'm
Alright.
saying is, say something bad happened to both of y'all, and y'all bonded over that, but y'all are actually good for each other, and then you actually grow and love each other. Is that not a possibility?
Yeah.
Then that's not a
Look at-
trauma
fir-
bond.
fir-
It is a trauma bond
First
because
of-
you came together because of the trauma.
No.
No, that's not the
Get off your
definition
elbow.
that you gave me for
That's
trauma
possible.
bond. So that's not. That's just friends and associates communicating about the trauma they were going through, and then it developed into something good later. That's it.
You
That's
bonded
dope.
from the trauma.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
Tia,
if we going
that's
off
a
of what
good
y'all
trauma
said
bond.
trauma bonding is, we're
Right.
not using that.
Yeah, that's not the definition of a trauma bond because if you guys are growing from a shared experience. But the definition of a trauma bond is that one person has to be a victim and the other person has to be an abuser. And you have to include the stages of it. Like, where is the love bombing and where is the manipulation? So if you guys have a shared experience, like for instance, both your parents passed away and
Right.
you guys are sharing that experience together and growing together. Like for instance, you guys are holding each other accountable for your growth and not overcompensating for codependency issues. Like, oh hey babe, did you go to therapy today? Did you schedule your appointments? I'm just sending you a reminder. So I'm holding you accountable to take care of yourself. I'm not like how Claudia said, why you ain't calling me Matt? Like I'm not, suffocating you because I can't deal with my own issues and I don't know how to be by myself.
So that's a healthy bond. You just described a healthy bond.
Oh, period. Look at me.
That's exactly what that
Yeah.
is.
Thank you, Tia.
The perfect example of a healthy
I
bond.
can't deal with y'all.
Thank you, Tia.
What the
Right.
fuck
So
is
then
going on?
Listen, who
that
wasn't
wouldn't be.
They fucking cheerleaded each other. Steve.
Hey, I was just about to say that to you. You gotta get them some profit pom poms.
they trying to skate past. They trying to skate past a trauma bond. They trying to skate past a trauma bond. The initial intake was the trauma, though, Nina. So you
It's not a
still.
trauma bond.
How is it not a trauma bond? If
Nigga, I
we're
just
coming,
explained it.
if we're coming together, for the trauma, those are the stages of trauma bonding. That don't mean that we can't come together because of a trauma bond, though.
Yes.
But that sounds like a healthy relationship. That doesn't sound like a trauma bond. Based on definition, that's not.
Ooh.
That's not
I
a.
said that earlier,
I
see.
mean,
You talk that shit.
yeah. I mean, hey,
Go
don't
ahead,
By
play it.
definition,
Don't play it. But yeah.
continue.
Go ahead.
Yeah, by
Cecil.
definition, that's not a trauma bond. That's a healthy relationship, a healthy bond, a friendship. Yes, you have connected based on an experience that you both
Based on
have
the trauma.
went through, but that doesn't mean that that's like, no, that's not a trauma bond. That becomes a healthy relationship with some relatable experiences.
You see what the key word you just said? It becomes a healthy relationship. It started from the trauma.
But again, by definition, no, we can't do that because by definition, trauma bonding is so much bad shit, like the gaslighting and all that stuff. You know, all of that.
Nina, it's bigger than that blanket definition. That's what I'm trying to say.
I agree with you.
I should have told you, see, that by definition didn't work for me earlier.
Listen,
Because it's
I'm on
bigger
the
than
same
that
page as you,
definition.
though, for real.
That's only one part of it. It's bigger than that definition. It's only one part of it.
Well, then I'm gonna need you to tell Google they need to update their terms because
That's what I'm saying.
this is not it.
See, that's what I'm saying. When you go through a definition on Google, there's multiple.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't just stop at that one
Yeah, but
definition.
I ain't
on
seen
Google.
not now
Well, that's not what that is.
a healthy trauma bond definition. There wasn't one.
What I'm saying is, you said it becomes a healthy relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it started
Yes.
from a trauma bond.
See, we gonna agree to disagree with your ass. We not gonna keep going back.
We gonna try to move
You
asking
a an encyclopedia and
Listen, I read encyclopedias growing up. Sorry, I'm just saying it's bigger than just the black and white. Is what I'm saying. Even when you read a definition, it's always going to be other instances. Like those is just those are just pinpoints.
Yeah, like synonyms.
Right.
Yeah, but that's not what that's going to describe as trauma bond. That's just the bottom line. That ain't never going to be described as a trauma bond. That's going to be a healthy bond.
What'd you say about cinnamon?
Oh my God.
Nina, you got any more questions?
No.
Because I want to ask Skinny a question, and y'all can play along. Skinny, you once said something about dealing with people who are your friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that always the case for you? Do you always be friends with the girl first?
In most cases.
Which one has worked out for you better?
I don't understand that question.
Has it worked out for you better from when y'all was friends first, or the other way?
Okay. It's always been better as friends first.
All right.
Because everything is better when you're friends first. You're more relatable. You get along when you're friends. When you have a true friend, you rarely go through shit, right? You know why? Yeah. Because your friend understands you. So when you're in a relationship, right, and y'all not friends, y'all argue a lot because y'all don't have an understanding of each other. You know, you don't understand that person. Like, so to be friends, you have to be friends first. I don't understand how someone unless they fucking to bring you into a relationship early.
That's a fact.
You can.
That's where we go. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm listening.
You friends, right? You friends first, right? And you ready to go to the next level. It don't get weird. First of all, who takes it to the next level? Do you take it to the next level, or do the girl take it to the next level? Do it get
you
weird?
Can feel when you friends, right? Think about this, right? You and a dude had a crazy night, right? I don't know if this happened to you because I don't think you fully off the porch yet.
Yeah,
but
I promise you, I'm off the porch.
No.
All right. Well, if you're off the porch, then so let's say you had a night where you just did the most nastiest shit that you can possibly think of, right?
I'm on the porch.
In this sex event,
right back to the porch, right back to the porch, real quick. Go ahead, Skinny.
Yeah, right. All right, so I'm gonna give a hypothetical situation. When you do some shit like with your significant other that night, and you wake up in the morning, and y'all know y'all both was on some freak shit, but y'all wake up like nothing happened, and you continue your day like that shit wasn't even a thought. That's how it should be. Like it should be like.
That just mean y'all both.
Right. That just mean y'all both cool. That just mean y'all both cool.
Nah.
That don't mean y'all friends.
Exactly.
No, maybe that's not a good example. I gotta give it. Nina, ask me the question again.
You said the relationships is always better when it's a relationship first, right?
Right, and you said do it get weird.
I said first.
She said, "How do it get weird? How do it get to that?"
But when it gets to the relationship, do you get it to the relationship, or do she get it to the relationship? And then do it get weird once it gets in a relationship, or do it stay like how it was when you were in a friendship?
Why would it get weird if y'all friends? Unless
I love this part right here. Go ahead.
I feel like, ladies, I love y'all. Please don't.
Go ahead, Nina. Tell them.
Right.
I don't hear.
I feel like because women make it weird.
Thank you.
I feel like women make it weird after it's time to get into a relationship.
That's
because
a fact.
I feel like now that the commitment is there, and Okay, so I feel like now that the commitment is weird, it's like more of the possession starts coming in, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay. Okay, I can answer it now.
am I saying this right? Because I don't want
All right.
I can give you an answer.
I'm not saying
I can give you the answer. I got you. I got an answer. Okay.
Oh.
It's like
So
like, oh, what you supposed to do now? Oh, we're not friends no more.
Right.
We're this.
but we still are friends. But we still are friends.
But we're not.
See, and that's the problem. And that's the problem. And that's the problem I don't get into because if it gets weird,
my bad.
yeah, like once you become friends and you get into a relationship, you have a friendship and it becomes a relationship. Right? That relationship means you have a deeper relation with this person, which is normally fucking, right? That friendship shouldn't go out the window because y'all penetrate. Because you fucking.
But it does.
But it will.
So
because I think that
yeah.
Can I shoot?
All right, go ahead. Shoot.
This is what happens, right? Say that we're friends and then we start fucking. All the shit I used to say to you and be able to get my shit off, I can't do anymore because now you feel like it's disrespectful to you because you're my girlfriend now.
Okay, so all right. I got to do okay. So I'm gonna give y'all an example. Quick. What the fuck are they talking about, Greta?
This is
all right. So
I'm trying to tell you.
I don't agree.
Men do this too.
I know you don't agree.
Exactly, Tia. Exactly, Tia. That's why I said. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say not in all situations. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why. Because
I've experienced it.
Right.
Yeah, and the reason why is because people in people's mind as a friend and as opposed to a relationship and we together, there's different expectations.
And respect.
And there's different outside expectations. Yeah, respect level. So that's why even though we did go into this and be like, okay, now we friends with benefits, now in a relationship, like there's a shift because the expectation in your mind, which you feel like is a friendship versus a relationship, is two totally different things. But that might not be the case though for everybody. Majority of people though, it do be that case. And the reason why I said it do be men like that because I was friends with somebody for 4 years. 4 years, never knew this nigga was crazy. Never knew this nigga was crazy until I got in a relationship with him. Because it was different. He treated me different. He moved different. I'm like, literally, this wasn't the same person.
Facts.
All right, so
the way he viewed, but the way he viewed our friendship versus our relationship was two totally different things. Because when I became his girl, he felt like I wasn't allowed to, or I wasn't supposed to do certain things.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like in situations like that, that person was your friend to gain that relationship in the beginning. If that person became your friend and really was your friend and y'all was really vibing, the trust don't change. If you get into a relationship, that shit gets stronger because technically I'm the same way. I'm gonna be with my friend in that relationship because I'm the same. I don't switch up. I'm consistent. I don't have to switch up. My trust is the same in you because I trust you as a friend. My trust should not change. I trust my friends. If I call you my friend, I trust you. And if I feel like you changed because now we are in a relationship, then that whole time I'm gonna think that friendship was totally false. And you only became my friend because you wanted that relationship with me. And that's a form of control.
Yep. Yeah, he was definitely crazy. But he was
crazy.
So it had nothing to do with it because in my mind, I'm like thinking the same thing. Like we cool, we used to work together, whatever. But I never seen him while he was in his relationship either. I never paid no attention to it. If I would have seen that, I would have known how the nigga was. But it was kind of like a distant thing. It wasn't like he was trying to be we worked together. That's how we became friends. And then after I'm like, oh, this nigga real life crazy. Because in my mind, I'm thinking the same thing. This is my friend. So we gonna be cool. Because I had a similar relationship. We was cool first. Yeah. All my relationship starts off as friends. So I'm thinking he cool. The nigga was crazy though. So it was nothing I could do about it.
I'm so glad.
So y'all got along well then.
Experienced it like with a guy.
This nigga said y'all got along well.
Like, I've had Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. No, I want to hear you.
Because I thought I was the only person who ever experienced it with a guy. Because usually I'm hearing it from the woman's person. Because I've had friends who, and I'm like, girl sound like how you explain Quetta, like it shouldn't change anything. So when Skinny mentioned it, I'm like, okay, let me ask, because where does the switch come? Because if I can hear from your perspective, then maybe I can understand why it happened.
You gotta find it. You gotta find somebody thorough though. Like you gotta find somebody really thorough.
Most people is not thorough.
Because okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Because if you think about what T said when he said these people change how they treat that person because of the relationship. When you have a friendship and you can still do the same shit that you do in that friendship in your relationship, that's what makes it work. So
I'm sorry.
that's that. No, go ahead.
Skinny.
That was it.
Skinny. Go ahead, Nina.
Sorry, I was gonna say how like to Quetta's point is, for instance, like state your intentions in the beginning, because what we said was we're friends, and that's how I'm going to treat you, and that's how this is going to be, because I'm going to trust you as that. But if things switch off, like I can understand like the friendship.
It shouldn't switch though, Nina. It should just improve.
So no, why does it switch? Why does it
It doesn't.
switch?
Right.
It switches. It switches
be
because
my friend.
right. It switches because who you are as a person that respect all of these things that go into a relationship is different from a friendship. When you're my friend, I could talk to you and be like, "Yo, I used to fuck this girl X, Y, and Z." When you become my girl, now you feel disrespected when I'm talking like that.
Why though?
That's what y'all fucking up.
That's how they are. That's how they are.
No, not all of them, Tim.
Right. I'm not saying all of them. Majority.
What the fuck is going on?
Majority. If you my girl, you don't want to hear how I was fucking somebody else, and that's facts.
You mean like
Not all the time. You gotta find you a goodie.
Those are rare.
You're right. You're right. You're
I
right.
want to say this though: when you have a friendship bond, in a relationship, and that shit that's a harder pill to swallow.
Right.
Not when y'all friends though.
No, she's saying you lost a friend and a relationship.
You lost, yeah, because you a dog. Like you lose somebody who you could be.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit hurt worse.
I got a question.
Quetta, do you understand what I'm saying?
What did you say?
about the respect side of it.
I feel like if you're my friend and you can tell me, oh yeah, I used to have sex with this joint and that joint over there, and I'm like, okay, as a friend, you listening, you like, oh yeah, I used to, mess with that person. I used to mess with that person too. Then y'all get together and this person all of a sudden don't want to hear it. No, I honestly, it don't bother me. That's who you had already. You got me. I'm secure in what we had.
I tell Quetta everything. And if you can imagine that, like having that respect for each other and having that and knowing that when it's gaming, it's gaming, but when it's for real, but they know that person. So you can do anything. I can like when you can tell your significant other anything and you can say anything and they know your intentions, that's decent. But like you said, T, that's rare. That's hard to find. I got a question though. Out of besides Quet, is anybody else bisexual?
I can't. HR.
No.
Yeah. What is that?
Okay.
What does that have to that for a reason? Because
I'm asking that for a reason.
If you dated both, your mindset is
different.
It's different because you really, really see both sides.
That's what I'm saying, Quetta. That's what I'm saying. So when he's speaking of that rarity, that's a real rarity because a lot of girls.
No, I agree.
A lot of girls are not on that.
Yeah.
Nah, most of these. I was about to use the B word. Lord forgive me. Most of these females have definitely had bisexual experience.
Go ahead, Nina. What you saying, Nina?
Never had bisexual experience. So if you're not, when you say
we gotta get this girl off the porch.
Let her get Go ahead, Nina. What you want to say? What you want to ask?
I'm like on the first landing, like
you in the best of you.
She in the crib.
She in the crib.
She in the crib. Go ahead, Nina. What was your question?
House. I'm not in the crib. So when you said what was the question you asked?
I said most of them is not on that.
Right. Okay. What do you mean not on it? As far as like having the duality, because nobody dated like both sexes, like having a duality of perspective because nobody dated both sexes.
Women
not
who
on it as far as like having that friendship into developing into a relationship, like that understanding.
Women who are into women who are into women or who just appreciate women don't feel threatened. They don't feel possessive. They don't feel controlling. It's a multitude of shit that goes into it.
Don't.
That's what I'm saying. Because
they're only dated men, and I'm not possessive and none of that.
And that can be
but you're also
like I'm very secure in myself. I don't.
But you're also not in a relationship.
So
yo, she just gave a tear face just now.
I have friends.
A lot. No, what I'm saying is a lot of those. What I'm saying is a lot of those things change once you get into a relationship.
And that's what we're trying to figure out. Like, where's the switch and why would it change?
The switch is
losing it. Am I losing it?
I feel like
no, you're not losing it.
That has to do with insecurities, though.
Yeah, I was about
That's
to say
a fact. That's a fact.
That's only going to change if you were already insecure from the beginning.
Right.
You don't just miraculously become insecure once you get in a relationship. You already have insecurity.
Tia, are most women insecure?
I don't know.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask a serious question.
I am.
Hold on. T.
I am. I'm not insecure.
If I were your boyfriends, right? Like hypothetically speaking, if I was individually each one of y'all boyfriends, right? We was in a relationship, and I came on this podcast, right? And I was talking the way that I talk to y'all, like I'm like, like regular, like I'm not in a relationship. Would y'all be upset at me?
No.
By the things that I say to these women? Okay.
I'm calling cap on like half of y'all.
Because I've been talking crazy.
So the audience, here's what bothers me, because I also had a recent experience. Here's what bothers me. How you interact with people, regardless male, female. People are people. I'm not insecure, right? Because whatever as a man, whatever you allow in, you allowed it in, right? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's the lies.
Mm-hmm.
It's the lies.
Okay. I like that.
Lies are unnecessary. Like
that's right.
Especially because I'm such an open person, and especially like and friendship thing, right? Because I agree with you on the friendship basis. Like, you know what I mean? Depending on where we're headed, if we're heading to a relationship, we stay in friendship. Whatever the case is, I always base my acquaintances on a good foundation. If I feel like it's faulty, then we're gonna stay where we at. But it's the lies behind it, because I feel like they're unnecessary. We grown. You your own person, what you lying for? You know what I mean? So however you interact with somebody is how you interact. I don't care. It's not gonna bother me. Now, if we're in a relationship and you happen to be additional with your interaction with somebody, and that other person feel like
what's additional?
Took you away from me. Bye.
What's additional?
Sex.
Can we get to anything?
Like if you with me, if we in a relationship and you had sex with somebody else.
No, I mean, can we get to something that's or additional beyond sex? Like if I'm flirting with her or whatever it may be, is that additional?
No, she's saying that's the only breaker.
That's your only deal.
She's saying like yeah. I mean, I can agree with that, especially if you don't let your partner know.
Like, if you being flirty, as long as ain't no like you're not grabbing no boobies and you're not grabbing no butts and nothing like that. You know what I mean? Like I really feel like we know where the thin line of disrespect is.
Of course.
Like say you out with your friends and like somebody walk up to you, they flirting and they buy you a drink. Shit, bitch, buy me a drink too. Get her to buy me a drink. Like, you know what I'm saying? like it's not that people are people. Like let's let's be light and it's not. It don't have to be tense. It don't have to be extra interaction. I think that we are adult enough to know where the line of disrespect is. Like, you know what I mean?
Nina, you are more of a free spirit than most, right?
I was about to say she had a 2%.
That's what I'm saying. Like, can we stop the bullshit here?
Right. But yes, can I hear what you have to say about this?
Who you asking? Who you asking? Who you
Baby
asking?
hair. She looked behind her like somebody behind her.
I'm at work. I was just checking behind.
Oh shit. Sorry.
No, you good. But a lot of women insecure.
That's a fact. Stop the bullshit.
And even if you dated both sex, there's still women that have dated both sex and they're insecure and very possessive.
Possessive.
Yeah.
I don't like those types. How about you, Ish? How about you?
Man, I'm not insecure anymore. I used to be very, very insecure, but that's only because of what was done to me. So it's not like I was insecure just because I'm insecure. No, I love women too, but that doesn't mean he's going to stop cheating because I like women.
You had another ass nigga. All right, let's move on.
You had another thing. Skinny, there's never been an instance where you was friends with a girl and then y'all started fucking with each other and she knew you had other friends and then she was like, why you got all these friends now?
Absolutely. And guess what happened? No, I'm just saying that. Of course, that's happened. Of course, that's happened.
That's what I'm saying.
But at the end of the day, you don't stick around. Like that shit makes me uncomfortable. That's when the lying starts. Imagine telling the person everything that's possibly going on, and then all of a sudden they start acting weird when you telling them shit. That shit blows the whole shit up. It makes me uncomfortable that I gotta lie to you now.
Facts.
Men don't want to lie. Men do not want to lie. We want to come home and tell you, yo, at work, this bitch was on my dick today. She was like, you know what I mean? And then your reaction be, yo, she was on your dick. What she look like? Right, exactly. Niggas want to go home to that. Niggas don't want to go home to saying that, and then the girl be like, oh, did she like you though? Like, oh, you just blew it. You just blew it.
I'm gonna be like, what she look like? Yeah. She pretty.
Right. Niggas won't go home to that.
I feel like it get toxic, no, for real. When you friends, y'all both have your little, outside situations. Y'all friends, he got his relationship outside of that. She got her relationship, but then sometimes, when they drop that and they actually get together, for some people, yeah, those circumstances change. So everything you told that person as a friend, typically they're going to use that against you in a lot of situations. Instead of embracing, that's who you were. That's who I loved as a friend. Why would I want you to switch up? I want you to remain the same because that's the person I was cool with. So if you switching up now we're not vibing because this is not the friend I had. If it's changing, that wasn't your genuine self as my friend. Most cases, those kind of things you need to just back away from because every friendship can't turn into a relationship.
Quetta, look, Quetta, look. And when that happens, now I'm in a trauma bond because I love her.
Okay, Tia.
Bullshit.
I like how that went full circle right there.
First of all, why are you looking at Tia like that, Skinny? HR.
Niggas a little bumpy back there. You know
This nigga. All right. Does anybody else have any more questions, man? Anybody in the jam or whatever? Anybody got anything they need to get out? Anybody today?
Yeah, I got Skinny. Be quiet. You already said it. HR.
Go ahead, baby.
Guess what, y'all?
What's up?
I finally got my merch in the mail.
I cannot. We still talking about this.
Yeah. Congratulations. Congratulations.
I never picked mine up.
I can't.
I finally got mine in the mail.
I can't do.
It only took him 8 months.
I can't.
Quetta, where to the back?
What happened?
Sleep.
Stop, Skinny.
Hey Nina, you been to the Bahamas? You got that 10 on you. I see you. You got that Bahama 10.
She been out this side.
I've been outside off
Yeah,
the
she been
porch.
out this side.
You went off the porch. You was outside, but you went off the porch.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
She holding on to that railing like.
Shut the hell up. Hold on to the railing is wild.
I can't do. All I want to say is be careful, ladies, because you are being targeted.
Yeah, Skinny's outside.
Skinny's outside.
Hey, it's plenty skinnies outside. Trust me. They not nice as me though.
Niggas know that y'all looking for stepdaddies. You know, y'all looking for that 5-minute getaway. Niggas know. Be careful.
By the way, no.
Oh God.
What you about to say, Skinny?
We're about to start a service team. We're about to rent ourselves out and show bitches what real niggas is like. Apparently this shit crazy. I don't know. I gotta put it together. I gotta ask my chat GPT how much I should charge.
I need to know.
That's my Gemini.
I'm making sure you don't overcharge.
I already know. I know you gonna put me out quick.
I can't. Numa, what you doing over there?
You getting Blake dressed?
Yes. Man, thank you, Nina. You all right?
I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to y'all see how much she did? She came home and made fucking salmon, brown rice, bathing the baby. Right. And was twerking in the camera.
The single mom life, man.
Y'all missed that part. Yeah, you was. I saw that.
Bye, Skinny.
Multi-talented.
I can't do.
That was dope though.
I
didn't know Baby Ears was at work. I'm all out of shit.
Skinny, did you?
Well, I'm sure she got her headphones in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Skinny, did you want to address your insecurities thing, or you need a whole segment for that?
I guess I need a segment for what insecurities I got.
Not
what
you. I mean, you wanted to speak to the people that have insecurities.
I don't think. I mean, from the sound of things, nobody has insecurities in this group.
No, not you. Not you know what we're speaking to.
I mean, maybe I'm lost in the sauce. What's going on today? Somebody explain it to me.
I'm speaking to the insecurities from the partners.
Do I want to speak about my partner's insecurities?
Not your partner's insecurities.
No, he doesn't say that.
The panel's insecurities.
Right. The partners of the panel.
Oh yes, let me get the box.
Lord, help him. Oh no.
All right. Are we good? Okay. All right, gentlemen. I want to apologize if I did anything disrespectful, but I just want to let y'all know that this is just entertainment. And I'm doing this. Let me say this first. I genuinely don't give a fuck, to be honest. But I care about these ladies on this podcast. I really care about these ladies on the podcast and how they living. So if I said anything that was disrespectful to any of y'all, I do apologize. Thanks, T.
Anytime, good brother. Anytime.
Thank you.
I'm frozen now. Anybody else?
Help him.
Anybody else got anything they need to say?
Baby Hairs, you said you got your merch from the prophecies.
Yeah.
I wonder when the prophet prophesies me getting a motherfucking t-shirt.
I want one too.
You feel me, Ish?
I get one, I get shit.
Baby hairs. Last week you said men are never under pressure. What is happening right now? I feel like I'm under pressure.
Say that.
You did say that.
You did. You did.
You definitely said that.
She was violent at her point too, though.
You definitely said that.
Oh yeah, I did say that.
You did.
You feel like you under pressure right now? No, this is a different circumstance.
I'm under pressure right now. I'm under pressure.
This is a different circumstance.
I feel like I'm under pressure. Everybody good? Nina, you all right?
Yes, I just want to announce that Tia, be ready next week, shorty. Like, make sure Blake is bathed. Make sure the salmon is air fried.
Why?
Because we got a 1v1.
1v1 with me. Why?
Cause you've been acting up. You've been acting crazy. I got some highlights of yours that I want to present it to you so we can play them.
You can have a 1v1 with yourself. I'll just listen. I don't want no smoke, yo. I don't want no smoke. All right.
Tia, why you scared?
I'm not in the mood to be yelling at the screen.
No, she listen, we're gonna have a civilized conversation until you get crazy, and then I get crazy back.
What are we talking about, though? What are we talking
Oh, man, you bring it next week. Okay, I respect that. We're gonna be talking about how you said I didn't have no motherfucking motion with my clothing line, and I ain't pushing no.
Nigga, you got a clothing line?
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. 1v1, shorty. 1v1.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna send you the website when you can't get it. Of course you did.
Oh God, that was hilarious.
I love y'all.
Her face was so funny.
I can't do. Are you sure you good?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you. You guys really be, y'all be helping me for real. Y'all don't even know.
That's what we're here for.
But if my phone dies, it's on 1%. I holler.
Uh-oh.
Mine's literally on
That's
free.
crazy.
I just plug mine up.
That's what's crazy.
That's why I moved, because I might have to put my phone on the charger.
I don't know if it's my phone or my charger. The shit's not working. It's been on the charger the whole time.
Oh, because this is going to drain your battery quick.
Yeah.
You need to close your rest of your tabs in your internet and all of your apps that you got open. Pornhub uses a lot of battery, so you might want to close that too.
Wait, what?
Look, Nina.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. I'm going to holler at y'all.
All right.
Look at y'all with the matching cats.
Wait a second, yeah.
That is crazy.
She froze.
Yeah, she froze.
Uh-oh.
The cat.
She froze with the cat. Oh.
She froze with the
That really
cat.
is a funny frozen picture, though.
Somebody screenshot that.
I knew you.
I'll do it.
Of course you will. We knew.
She excited to have that feline. Who got cat? You got cat too?
No, I don't got no cat, nigga. Do I look like a girl?
You got cat too?
Don't know niggas just got a cat, man.
Only niggas that got cats is if they got mice.
Right.
That is not true.
How many niggas y'all know that they don't live with no girl, they just got a cat? They don't got no puppy. They don't got no puppy in that. They got a fucking cat.
Some guys like cats.
Nah, them niggas got anal beads
That's what I'm
too.
saying. That's what I'm saying. What kind of guy is that?
Oh, wow.
No. What kind of guy is that?
Not the bees, Lord.
Niggas just got a cat.
Damn.
The bees.
Niggas just got a cat in the house. Oh my god.
That's wild as shit. That's
What
wild.
is wrong with y'all?
Some people really do like cats, Jimmy, too.
Nah, you walk in and this nigga just got a white Persian just walking around like what?
It depends on
Sorry.
Maybe his ex left it.
Oh, all right. Well,
a lot of men who got
that's understandable.
I'm putting that cat out, Skinny. What are you talking about?
It be sentimental.
And I'm not a fan of cats at all.
What
but
I
you
miss?
know a lot of
What I
guys-
miss? My phone overheated.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, what you missed is this beautiful picture that you posed for. It was so cute.
Look at the group chat, baby.
He done sent you a picture.
Yeah.
You play too much.
I can't.
Mm-mm.
All right, what y'all want to talk about next week so nobody don't get in trouble?
Whoa.
Let's talk about
Listen,
poly
we can
relationships.
talk about anything.
Ooh, that's gangster shit. We're talking about anything next week. That's the topic. Anything.
I don't trust that. I don't trust that at all.
Whoa. See, you got to be more open minded.
Tia, you missed when we played.
When we
We gonna get you out your
was playing
box.
that game, we was kind of talking about anything.
Yeah, Tia, you missed
Oh
when we
yeah,
played
let's get
Never
some
Have I
liquor.
Ever. Yeah, it was
Yeah, you missed that.
Nigga, what
Matter
are
of
you
fact,
talking about?
You missed that, Tia. It was
What?
a good
oh,
one.
you gotta watch the episode.
We
Okay,
played
I'm
Never
gonna
Have
watch
I. We played Never Have I Ever, and everybody was drunk and wilding.
Yeah, I'm good off of that.
No, Skinny was.
Everybody was. You was wilding too, young lady. Hey, you're not gonna come in here and be no goddamn no party pooper. You talking about I ain't doing that.
Don't be the fun police, Tia.
It's summertime.
I'm not gonna be the fun police. I'll just leave.
Yo, I can't hold on. No disrespect, but this nigga did not damage you that bad. Cause we're gonna all whip his ass.
What?
You hear
What
me?
do you mean?
Cause I could tell by your whole aura, your energy, that you a fun person, like a wet t-shirt type of person. I'm just playing, but like you just a fun person, but you kind of acting like restrained right now because you like it's two niggas on here and I don't trust niggas like that. Like
No, y'all don't have nothing to do with anything. I don't trust niggas, but they don't have nothing to do with. I warned y'all before. I am very broken. This is very, very new. I'm still heartbroken.
and that's what we here for.
And it's
We
fuck
hear that.
nigga get money season. So that's just where I'm at in life. And relationships do be triggering. Well,
For
relationship
sure.
topics do be triggering for me.
Right.
Oh yeah. On Tuesdays you throw all that shit out the window. You hear me?
I be trying. I do. Huh?
What you say, Nina?
I said Tia just said all that, and T trying to put her in a room full of relationships.
Right.
Look, I gotta break her out of it, man. I gotta break her out of it.
Break me out of what? You want me to break down and cry?
Nah, it's not that, Tia. It's distraction because your day is full already. So when you get on this podcast, just be distracted. Like just be you because
I don't need to be distracted. Why do I need to be distracted?
He tell
because
to loosen up just a little bit.
because you broken.
Loosen up a little bit, like fuck
We
that.
putting you the fuck together because
But like him,
broken energy is not cool. You know what I mean? Like
y'all the ones that be saying shit that be making me like, what? Hell no. This
I
just be responding. I don't even be saying that, but I be
right,
responding to
because
what y'all be saying.
that's your perspective of it at this moment, right?
Yes.
So we appreciate that. We need that perspective of that broken person, but that broken person can't be broken forever. You feel
I
me?
ain't gonna be broken forever, but I'm broken right now, and that's cool. Cause I gotta
What
live
is
in my
now?
truth. Why am I?
No. See, what you don't realize is now it doesn't even exist for real. Because when we talk about now, we already
I'm not mad at that.
we already in the future. I'm telling you
What don't exist?
now.
What
Because
don't
once you say right now, we already in the future of it. Because there's no now. Once you think about it, we already in the future. You understand what I'm saying?
Here you go.
No, that's real shit.
No, she need to go through her stages. Let her go through her stages. Didn't we just talk about this?
Yes.
Excuse me, I'm talking to Tia.
She has to.
I'm talking. Excuse me. All right.
Okay.
Beat
Please
you up.
let her go through her stages. Listen. It don't matter how long it's taking her to go through that stage because guess what? It is somebody home that is going through that stage that she going through right now, and those are the responses that they gonna relate to.
Yeah.
All right, and I understand it. But see, when I was just talking, I was trying to move out of that, not letting her take her time. We trying to get her out of that right now.
What you want me to come out of it for?
Because you know,
Is it
because
bothering you?
He tries
My
to
energy be
yes,
bothering you?
He trying to see what's up.
not bothering like that, but we want to make you happy. I don't like to see people broken. Anybody that know me, listen, are you,
Listen, I am happy. I am happy. Because
Oh,
if
she's
I was
happy.
to stay, if I was to stay, I would be very unhappy. So I'm happy where I am in life, but I am still heartbroken because that was a devastating situation and it's very new. And then y'all gotta understand too, when I hop on here, I literally be going to go get my son from this man. So it's also I'm seeing, like, you know what I'm saying? Remember, we co-parent well. I never take that from him. We co-parent very well. But it's still certain things that's going to be triggering to me because, to the point that I said earlier, that was my dog.
Right.
Like,
She trying
thought
to
it was my soulmate, thought it was that he was everything. So for somebody to be your best friend and feel like
understand?
your best friend broke your heart and you know what I'm saying? That's a lot.
I
That's
got
a
you.
lot to deal with and to be able to. So when I'm talking through this with y'all, regardless of the facial expressions or whatever, this is some form of therapy for me because I'm able to get it out and talk to y'all about it and go through the stages. Like what I said, like I'm going through it. Eventually I'm going to get through it. I am. It's not the first time I've been heartbroken. It's the most devastating one, but this is just my truth, and this is the only way that I'm getting through it with y'all right now. But I am happy. Everything else about my life, I'm good. I'm glad that I was able to walk away because some people can't walk away and some people stay miserable. And I'm glad that my son is able to still be a happy child, even though we're co-parenting, because I never wanted this for him, but it's the best decision. Because if I stay, he's not going to have the mom that I want to be for him. He's not going to have a good mom if I was to stay in that situation. So I'm cool with that. But it's very triggering because y'all literally, when I be in the car, y'all see when I get Blake, he be putting Blake in the car. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot. It's a lot to process.
Right.
All right, no more relationship topics for a while.
I love it. I love it because she can get on here and she be giving her answers, and I feel like you do be engaged and you do laugh on here. You may laugh more on here than you do normally because you get all these personalities. Like she said, sometimes it's gonna be her therapy. So I appreciate your perspective and that you are in your stages of healing.
Yeah. I just want to also make the point that Quetta, don't lock your lips and do the zip shit to me no more.
I cannot. See ya.
Because they're gonna see that. They're gonna see that on a replay and like, yo, she scuffed the shit out that nigga. I had to straighten that out real fast. Watch your mouth.
See ya. Don't listen to that nigga.
I may have to embarrass you again.
I don't say skinny, no mind.
You're exactly
Nobody does.
You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're exactly where you're supposed to be.
You are.
The faces that
I do
too.
You're exactly where you're supposed to be, and
I love that.
We working through it with you. That's all. We working through it.
Because
With
you seen
Right.
it before,
right.
so you know.
Right.
T done seen when I was,
So
happily
you know.
in love,
I know.
everything, in
I was
all
there.
my pregnancy, everything. Like, so he's seen the stages for real.
Right.
Understood.
All right, Miss Nina. Any last
I
words?
appreciate these conversations, though. They be good, y'all, for real.
Last word.
Oh my goodness.
Did I write them down?
What does that mean, CC?
Move those fingers, please. It's distracting.
Serial killers unite.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Yo, that is diabolical.
We need a gang sign,
Yo.
I know we do.
That started too.
Oh shit.
Oh
I
god.
don't necessarily have any last words.
My bad, CC. Go ahead, Nina.
I don't necessarily have last words. I think I did, but I'm sleepy. However, I just want to recognize everybody individually. I think that we talked about something really heavy. I think that all of us can take, including like the audience, I think everybody can take something away from everything that was said. I appreciate everybody's vulnerability, and especially you, Tia. Everything you just said just now, that hit heavy. Like, you know, thank you for sharing. Even in your moment of toughness, you were still able to be like very transparent and vulnerable. Like that takes a lot to share, especially in with clarity, right? A lot of people can't do that, so I do want to recognize you in your moment too. So even with us understanding the trauma bond stages, I still want us to take a moment to recognize that it's still a big possibility that we still may hit certain relationships to where this may repeat itself. And it's not always relationships that will turn up romantically or in special person's interest. This can actually turn up in friendships or acquaintances and colleagues and co-workers. So I think it's important for us to know what these stages look like. It's not just always love bombing, and gaslighting and manipulation can look very tricky. So in moments when you can show up for yourself, just make sure you do that, because discernment is key. Because once you start mastering the skill of discernment, you'll also get keen with yourself as far as your intuition, and it won't be so tricky, right? And you'll be able to stay 10 toes down within stillness within yourself, and you'll be grounded. And I think that's the key to also being able to decipher what relationships are healthy and which ones you should be able to stay away from. That's it.
Okay. Skinny, don't start your shit.
You already know.
I just was gonna say I agree with Nina.
Oh, all right. Just based on the topics and things of that nature, once you get an understanding of what's what, all the fuck shit that happens in life, you'll be able to handle it, or you'll be able to have that discernment that Nina spoke about. You'll be able to peep the play, so you can avoid the drama. So that's why it's important to, you know, learn all of that shit and get off of TikTok. That's all I would say.
Yeah.
Are you frozen, baby hairs? Oh, all right. All right, let's get into pushing P, man. CC, I see you in the chat. CC.
All right, let me go first so I can put Blake down officially.
Blizzo.
Yeah, he back there.
Tell Blizzo that Jurassic Park is coming.
I have a pterodactyl, man. He's crazy. All right, let me go real quick, y'all.
All right, hold on. Let me find your box. All right, you good.
All right, y'all. Hey, this is Tia. Tia Michelle Supply is my business, and I'm pushing the products. I own a mobile beauty supply store based in the tri-state area. You can get beauty products, hair products, and accessories delivered to your door in as fast as 20 minutes and within 2 hours. So y'all can follow me on Instagram. The store page is Tia M Supply, and you can follow my personal page _ Tia Michelle. Thank you.
First of all, I just want to let y'all know that Skinny's on some definite bullshit right now. He's probably doing a wardrobe change, all kinds of shit. Who want to go next?
I'll go.
All right.
Hey guys, I'm Nina. Please, available on all platforms, mostly Instagram and TikTok. You can also check out my Instagram at Express Spiritually. Make sure you check out my website right here, expressspiritually.com. Accepting all types of consultations, rather if it's spiritual coaching, life coaching, specializing in relationships. I am also offering the community to come out, sit with me in the grass, where we talk about all things mindset change, mastering transformation, and alchemizing trauma or pain into love. Come on, visit. If you're looking for the links to those location, times, and date, it is available on my Instagram for Express Spiritually. I am doing a couple of events this month. The dates and context those are also on my Instagram at Express Spiritually. So I'm looking forward to seeing y'all there. That's it.
Who's up? Right, quiet. What's up?
I go.
Check. There I go.
Gosh. You didn't even put your P right. Hey y'all, it's me, Baby Hairs, aka Sporty Shorty. I don't have any social medias right now besides Twitch. You can follow me on there, Sporty Shorty 1222. I will be a go-to person for all your notary needs very soon. Look out for that. And I love y'all.
Solid.
I'll go.
I was about to say we're gonna save that nigga for last.
Please.
He wild.
Please. Hey everybody, I'm Quetta Amadjewel on all platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I am pushing positivity always. I'm a mother first, but on my page, you know, I am showing women that we can do it all. We can do home repairs, we can do our hair, we can do our makeup, stay beautiful, take care of our children. And that's basically what my page entails. Just, you know, a woman just out here doing beauty, doing do-it-yourself projects, just enjoying life, enjoying my family, and that's it. Pushing positive vibes.
All right, y'all can sign off if y'all don't want to see this shit.
Oh no! I want to see this bullshit. I want to see it. Oh my goodness.
Hello, everyone. What a show. What a show. We had a wonderful discussion today. And I really want to say thank you to Tia for her inspiration and
for sure.
You know, just her energy back on the show. We just needed that. I want to thank T for being a wonderful host once again. I mean, he does it every week. How does he do it? I don't know, but he does it. I'm also pushing positivity. I had a rough week this week. My product that I'm pushing hasn't been really producting. But I'm gonna lead a website to my products that I haven't really start making yet in the bio. Next week we should have a more interesting conversation. I think we're gonna do a poly life. Let's do poly life, T. I might be going on a little bit long right now, but I just wanted to tell everyone that I love you and to go on all of my social media sites. It's PVM Skinny. And Lord, I know that we can always get through anything that people put you through. You can get through it. I don't care what do they do. Like you can get through it.
I want you, baby here.
Excuse me. Y'all being rude.
Sorry.
I lost the energy.
Sorry.
Thank you.
What?
Y'all heard his feeling. We heard his feeling.
He was already crying on there.
He's on my nerves.
Man, we done made Skinny cry. Now he gonna send us to HR.
This nigga came in with the whole TLC red light special.
Oh, when Skinny
went R&B on us, cried and everything. Oh my god.
That shit said pronouns I'm him. What?
Yo, Tia, I was scared when I saw it first said pronouns. I didn't want to read the rest. I didn't know where we was going.
Pronouns I'm him. I'm sorry, Skinny. I'm sorry.
Skinny!
Not the tears.
It's okay.
You're tearing, Skinny.
It's okay. I know you guys didn't mean it. It was just spring water. I just put it on my face.
I thought so. I was looking for the bottle.
It's right here, Nina.
I know you so well.
Show the evidence. Lord.
He played all day.
I can't do.
All right.
I definitely. Sorry, I just wanted to say. I follow all you guys. I definitely like, share y'all stuff, and support y'all and whatever y'all. Whether it's pushing positivity or products, I'll definitely be sharing and showing love.
I do too. I like everybody's pictures that's likable.
What's not likable?
I mean, everybody pictures you can't like. It'd be some shit. You'd be like, I don't think I want to like this joint right here.
I want to shake you sometimes. I want to shake you.
Oh man, we have so much fun on here.
People, y'all think we could try this today?
All right, without division.
I cannot. First of all, why are you going, bro? Why are you going rogue? Blizzle! Look at Blizzle, y'all.
What is going on? He is trying to escape.
I just turn around and this is what's happening. This is why I need to get off of here because y'all.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Oh boy, man.
When you first showed us, I thought he was coming out the litter box. I was like, what is going on?
He want to get his last word.
I said, what the fuck? The fuck is going on here?
He want to give his last words too. Everybody else has shit.
He on the move.
Hey T, this is what you do, T. Hey, put it on the bottom of the screen. Put the saying on the bottom of the screen. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You feel me? If you can't read, you can't say it.
Right here.
What the fuck?
What's wrong with you?
I'm ready. I got it right here.
He's so annoying.
I'm ready too.
What y'all talking about?
I'm talking about prophecy. There we go. Wait, what is that?
I cannot.
Not that.
No, without
Without vision, there's no
vision.
understanding.
Yeah.
And without understanding, there's no vision.
Y'all play too much.
You don't get shot.
Like I'm sorry, I never been in a cult before and had to say like things like this. So we have to all say it as one. We're a group. So put it on the bottom, T. So when that shit scroll across, there we go.
Yeah, we gonna read it together.
Yeah, I mean that shit scroll across.
CC put it in the chat.
She put it backwards.
I'm not in the chat, y'all.
Where the fuck? Oh, CC on the road. That's right.
Why you not in the chat, Tia?
You talking about the group chat or the
Yeah.
actual chat? Cause I seen it was 8 people in there. I got out of there.
You got
Yo.
That was no warning. I didn't know who y'all was. That was no warning. That wasn't fair.
She said I got out of there.
They put me in there just to let you know.
I deleted it and blocked it.
I cannot. Not block.
Damn.
Well, that's the option that it gave me because it's Android and iPhone mixed.
I cannot.
iPhones, you can just leave the group. When
Right.
it's Android and everybody mixed, you gotta delete and block. Y'all didn't give
So-
no warning. Skinny just starts group chats like, hey, y'all, I'm at the bar. Like, what am I supposed to do with that?
I'm at the bar.
She got anxiety. She got anxiety.
We already had
too many people up in here.
like a third. Nigga, y'all
Wait
got
a second.
cousins
No, every time you add a group chat, now we got to start another one because we got to put you back in it.
You can't just add me in.
Nope.
Because you deleted yourself.
That's okay. I'll stay out.
Oh shoot.
Tia, you can't.
That
stay
it,
out of the group chat.
yeah, what are we talking about? Now I'm going to call. Now I'm gonna text your personal phone.
Oh my
Tell you when I'm at the bar. I'll block you.
Sorry, I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
Why you shuffling, Nina?
Huh?
Why you shuffling?
Skinny needs some healing.
We reading it together, y'all.
I know that's right. Let's go.
Yeah, Tia.
My shit gonna be great though. You're gonna be pulling some cards like this.
Skinny, run from that.
I used to work
I
at
just-
the casino. I'm really a professional shuffler.
She got tarot cards.
Yeah, she got tarot cards.
Oh.
She talking about professional shuffling.
Professional shuffling. I said we about to play
Goldfish.
Not goldfish. She want to play I Declare War.
Did y'all read it?
Yes.
And then we're gonna start when it scroll again. Ready?
Wait, you gotta scroll again. I read slow.
Ready,
All right, here's the.
set, Go.
Without
understanding,
There's no vision. Without
vision, there is no
There's
understanding.
too much going on.
All right, listen.
Without
I got y'all.
we don't understand. And don't understand it because they
Jenny, stop your sexy talk show host voice.
No, you got to. Without understanding, there's no vision. Without vision, there's no understanding.
Take his
Biatch.
mic. Take his mic.
And everybody got to say biatch at the end.
All his mics he got up in there.
Yes.
Okay. Y'all ready?
No, we didn't.
No, we got to do it together.
That was together.
No, it wasn't. The tone was off and everything. I need everybody to be more calm and then start it in a slow pace. And read it. Ready? Begin. Without understanding. Jesus Christ.
That was slow.
He want us to be like Quiet Storm Radio and shit. Like, they don't like doing it.
Everybody trying to be having their sexy voice to read that.
Tia, you used to beat your boyfriends up, didn't you?
Never. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Tia look like her nigga be asleep. She just smack him in the middle of his dream.
I'm not that type of person at all. I'm triggered. Leave me alone.
No, Tia's a sweetheart. Tia's a sweetheart. Don't do that.
All right. Are you gonna have your sister on one day?
Who?
Oh.
God damn, Tia.
If she wanted to come on, she'll come on and I'm gonna stay off.
Tia.
Yo.
Y'all can't have both. Y'all are not gonna have both.
You are petty white. Oh my god.
I'm not petty. We just not on good terms. We just not to work. We're gonna argue. So
that is good TV. Good TV. Arguing twins? What? Y'all can't be in the same house though. Y'all gotta be in different house.
We trauma bonding because I ain't messing with my brother either.
Exactly.
Yeah, we gonna get your brother on there too, quick.
No.
We got a show called Family Affairs.
Yeah, we can get y'all what's it called that they get at Junkies?
Okay.
That's the round table. Yeah, intervention. Yeah.
The Junkies though.
The Junkies is crazy. Wow.
What would you say?
Hey, can you do my cars right now while we live? Or y'all gotta go?
It says no.
I'm getting off.
Yeah.
I want you to see how amazing I am. You like, damn.
I'm telling you, Skinny, you don't want it.
Why?
Yeah, I'm amazing. I got great energy. What you mean?
I never even gave you a reading. You already denying him his deserving reading.
Oh, I've dealt with the reader, so
You never dealt with me.
What's bad about it? Did you get to hear the truth, or are you like?
Hey, can I get a reading? I'm not worried about what T said. Do I got to do this on my own time because it's your show, T?
Go ahead, Nina. Give him something. You could go see if you gotta go, but this is about to be hilarious.
I gotta go.
I gotta go. This boy trying to bite me.
She's about to read.
I thought so too. She starts shuffling this shit. I'm out of here.
Nina, you gonna give him something?
Bye, y'all.
She tired.
Nina, tomorrow I gotta go.
But I will. I don't mind. I'll call you, Skinny. I can't read it.
All right.
I don't.
We're gonna do it. Hey, we can do it on let's do it on TikTok live.
Okay. That's fair. I can do that.
Let me know. I'm joining.
Can everybody go live on TikTok?
I want to watch it.
Yeah, I got y'all.
Just send me the link and I'll tap in. Send me the link and I'll tap in.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we'll do it tomorrow.
See y'all.
Later.
Bye.